Hi friends, welcome to this finishing tutorial for the Fabulous Monster series that I'm doing. I am going to show how to make them into ornaments that would be really cute on a Halloween tree. These can also be stitched like in a row. Like you could get a big long piece of fabric and just stitch them in a row like they're on a little parade. So it doesn't have to be done this way. I just think they would be adorable ornaments on a Halloween tree. So this is the first in a line of several. I think I have a total of 33 or between 33 and 35 of these little characters. And this is the first release, January 2020. This is Skelly and Party Pete. So this is these come in one pattern, one cross stitch pattern. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is cut my sticky board. So let me just kind of clean things off here. I guess what I could do is kind of run down the supplies you need. So your finished cross stitch pieces, obviously. This is actually fabric from Marcus Fabrics that I used to work with years ago, and the name is called Halloween Dance. Anywho, in that fabric line, this was the one I thought went the best with these pieces because there's not a lot of purple in it. There was another one that was black, which I really liked, but it had a lot of these dots. Circles were purple, and I just didn't like that. So anyway, backing fabric, whatever you want to use. I'm going to do one with this Lady Dot Creates chenille, and it's called Jack. That's the color. This one is Dames of the Needle Mini Pom-Pom Noir. So I'm going to do one with one and one with the other, just to kind of show you the difference and see which one you like. Then to hang them, I don't know exactly. I probably will do one way, one the other, just to see which one I like best. I unfortunately do not have any Halloween ribbon at all. So I went through my Christmas ribbons that I had just recently purchased at Joann, and I found this one, which would look, you know, pretty cute with him. Not so much with Party Pete. I didn't really like it with Party Pete. So I was going to use this thinner ribbon to make the hanger and then use this bow. I may do that on this one just because it matches. I'm not sure. But if I decide not to use that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use jute twine. And the jute twine is more primitive, so I think it might look best anyways with what I'm doing here. But the jute twine I will use as the hanger like this, and also use it to tie a bow at the top where the hanger meets the ornament. So we'll see how that goes. If you have Halloween ribbon, I say use it, but I just don't. You're also going to need, I have this mat that is for cutting. So I have this mat. If you have one, cool. If you don't, just make sure that whatever you're going to cut on, you're not going to destroy. You need an X-Acto knife or a utility knife, which I just changed the blade on it, and I don't know what I did with it. Shoot. I'm going to have to go get that. So you need a utility knife and you need a ruler. Okay? So I'll be right back. So here's a little side note. In case you don't know or not aware, I design cross stitch, but I do not do cross stitch. I have wonderful model stitchers that work with me and stitch all my models. So I did not stitch this. However, when I got them back, I thought, oh gosh, you know, the pumpkin would pop a little bit more if it was back stitched. And so I decided to try it myself, and I looked up online on YouTube how to backstitch for cross stitch. I found out how to do it, so I backstitched him, and then on this guy I backstitched around the orange so that it would pop against the fabric. So anyway, I just thought that was a little fun fact that here I am. And you know what? My bad, these are not ironed. I'm not worried about it though, because I'm going to put it on sticky board and it will flatten everything out and you won't even know it. So normally I would iron these, and I don't have an iron down here at my studio, which I need to remedy that soon, because it's more than once I've said, oh, I wish I had an iron down here. I usually iron them at the house and then bring them down. But anyways, so what you want to do, this is a quilting ruler. Oh, the other thing you need, my God, I'm unorganized, guys, sorry. The other thing you're going to need is a hot glue gun. And I think that's it. I really do. I think that's it. And then twine or ribbon or however you're going to hang it or finish it off, okay? I will leave that up to you. So what we're going to do here, you want to determine how much you want to leave, how much of the linen you want to leave around him. And then, so I'm going to say like 1/4 of an inch, okay? So 1/4 of an inch, and it goes to about 5. So 5 1/4. I need to write this down. 5 1/4. So 5 1/4. And then I want 1/4 inch at the top and 1/4 of an inch at the bottom by 3. So if you stitch on a 32 count linen 2/2 like this is done, then your measurements should be the same, and the 5 1/4 by 3 inch should work for you as well. But I wouldn't just cut my sticky board. I would measure it just to make sure, because you know this is Dames of the Needle linen, and you know you get a 32 count from a different company and it might be a little bit different. So I guess I should have said you might need a pen or pencil because you do. All right, how big is this little chunk? That's not big enough. That's 5. What did I say? 5 1/4 by 3. So let's go over here. So that's what I love about these quilt rulers. You cannot even see what I'm doing. So with the quilt ruler, here's my 3 inch mark, and I like it because it's clear, it's all the way across. And you line that up. I probably could just cut that, but I don't know. I want to go over the 5 3/4 inch too. So now I'm lining it up with this edge, and I'm saying 5 1/4 here, 5 1/4 here, and then line that up, and then draw your line there. Okay, so now we know where we're going to cut this. So here is what I'm cutting, okay? And this table is a little higher than I normally would work, but when I'm recording, that's just how it has to be. So you're gonna see the back of my head here for a minute till I can get this good lined up. And I just put a new blade on my utility knife, so this should go nice and smooth. Just cutting it, and I don't press hard, I just kind of press down a little bit, and I just keep going over it until it goes all the way through, because if I try to force it, things can go awry. Okay, all right, we got a nice cut there. Remove this piece out of the way, and now I have to line it up here. So I'm going to bring it down here. You might not be able to see it here for a minute, but okay. Oh shoot, it just moved. Yeah, I usually do this on a super hard flat surface. And this is not, yeah, this is not conducive to how I normally work. All right, 5 1/4 by 3 inches. So that sticky board is done. You know what? Let's go ahead and just cut the other piece. That way we can move right along. So now we're going to measure Party Pete. Party Pete is going to be 5 1/8. 5 1/8 by. So when I go through these, when I'm creating all 33 or however many there are of these Fabulous Monster characters, I'm trying to keep them all similar in size. So as you can see, 5 1/8, 5 1/4, you know, I'm trying to keep them so that when they're hanging on your tree, it will look good. Or if you do them in a row, you know, they'll kind of be the same size. So if I go here 1/4 inch up and I come here 1/4 inch down, that's 5 inches. So he is darn near square. 5 1/8 by 5 inches. Again, I'm going to start every video with this. I am not a professional finisher. I am not an amazing Vanna Pfeiffer. I am not Priscilla, but I do, my stuff turns out nice. It may not be the most professional way of doing things, but this is how I do it, and you know where to go for more professional look from Vanna. She has the Twisted Stitcher on YouTube. She gives amazing free tutorials on her channel. So if you're looking for a flat fold, or you want to make a pillow, or you know, whatever you want to make, go check her out. Okay, 5 1/8 by 5. So here is 5 1/8 right here. And I'm probably going to take this piece over to my table, my hard flat table, to cut this, because it will just be so much easier. Okay, and then 5 inches going this way. Whoops. There you have it. Okay, I'm going to go and cut this over at my table. Something that I do to make sure I center this on is, if you have a light fabric, if you put a dark piece of paper or linen or something dark down, and then you have a light piece of fabric, you can see through your fabric, but it's not working with this fabric. So what I recommend is using a light box. And you know what? Let me go get my light box so that you see what I'm talking about. So I like these LED light. They're not, I don't even really know what you call them. It's not a light box because look how thin it is. I got two of this size and a large one for Christmas last year. And I love them. Oh, I forget, it's got this. The only thing I don't like about it is it has a USB end. So it's not like you can just plug it in. So it can be a total pain in the butt. But I'm just gonna go get my phone charger. I'll be right back. All right. Turn this light off so that this shows up. And I can make it brighter and dimmer. I guess it was as bright as it's gonna be. Okay. Oh yeah, and my trick to getting this, to peel the stuff off this, is just to take your blade and stick it in there and towards the end of the corner there, so that, yeah, this is working great, Trees. For Pete's sake. There we go. Because otherwise, sometimes I'm picking at the end to try to get this separated from your sticky board, and you end up messing up the corner. So just stick your knife in and pull it, and a lot of times that's just the easiest way to do it. All right, turn our light back on, lay the sticky board down. Now you can see through the linen. And remember, I had a piece of floss I need to trim here so it doesn't show up. Okay, and I have a 1/4 inch to spare all the way around, so that, you know, kind of keep that in mind as you're placing this on. Looks like a more than a 1/4 inch, but it looks good nonetheless. So once you have it and where you think it's going to look good, I think that looks really good, I'm going to press down here, and then I'm going to press up, so that I just want to make sure I get rid of all the wrinkles since I didn't iron it. And voila, look how good that looks. Oh, you're going to need scissors too. Good scissors. Like fabric scissors. And then I'm going to cut this. I really think this needs to come this way. Okay. And then I'm just going to cut this so that there's about a 1/2 inch of the linen left. You know what would be really cute, and if I had some, I would have used it on these. But if you have some thin quilting batting, I think it would be cute to put that in between your finished piece and the sticky board, just so that it gives it a little bit of poofiness. I think that'd be really cute. But I don't have any of that, so I'm not going to worry about it. All right, now we're going to use our glue gun. And we're just going to put a little dab there and kind of mash it around so that it's not too bulky. And if you did do the batting, what you could do is the sticky part, you could lay your ornament or your finished stitched piece over the batting, and then the sticky side of your sticky board would be the back. That way when you fold everything over, you could just stick it down. Take a little bit of time here in the corners and make sure that your corners are nice and not like blocky. You want them to be pointed. Okay, so here's our little, I almost said snowman. Here's our little Skelly guy. Isn't he adorable? So he is going to, so what I failed to mention is that you need 2 pieces. 2 pieces of this one and 2 pieces of this one. Yep. So it's a good thing I wrote the measurements down, because now I gotta go cut 2 more pieces. I'm telling y'all, I knew it finishing if you haven't noticed. If by chance you are interested in seeing if you can find any of this fabric, this was years ago. I don't know if there's a year on it or not. I don't think so. But here's all the information. Design 1724 was Marcus Fabrics. Item C206044. Just thought, in case you liked this fabric, might be something you can find on eBay. I see my fabrics out there a lot. Okay, so I'm going to move this stuff over here. I'm just going to cut some of this fabric, just a nice little chunk of it. we go. That should be plenty. But any kind of Halloween fabric would work. You could even use, Lady Dot Creates has some nice velveteen finishing, you know, material. So whatever you want, it's the back. So it's not like super duper important, but you want it to look nice. Okay. Let's bring back our little Skelly guy. I have my back piece cut. So I'm just gonna take some fabric. Cut that off. And we just wanna, you know, cut it so that maybe there's a 1/2 inch all the way around. And we're basically gonna do the same thing that we did with that piece. And this doesn't have to be centered or anything, so just lay it on there. And now that I've flipped it over, I'm going to trim it a little bit more. All right, so that's done. So now, before we glue these two together and put our trim around the edge, what we want to do is put our hanger in the center, whatever we're going to hang it with. And what did I decide? On this one, I was going to do the ribbon. So on this one, oh, another reason you need your ruler. I'm going to do 6 inches because I'm folding it in half. That will give me a 3-inch hanger, and I'll do that on, you know, all of the ones that I do, so they all have the same look. Okay, so see how I've done that? Now I'm going to glue that, and I want to make sure it's in the center so it doesn't hang crooked. Hold on, let me glue this together first. A little swatch of glue there. Just makes it easier to work with. And then kind of eyeball it, or what you could do, you know, is have your ruler here and say, okay, it's 5 inches, so at about 2.5 is where I want to put my hanger. Now what we're going to do is glue these two pieces together. I can't believe how much glue is used in finishing. It's just unbelievable how much glue I go through. So make sure you line that up good, because once it's stuck, it's stuck. All right, now this orange chenille, I was calling this Chanel so much. Oh, gal, I can't believe I was doing that. But anyway, this chenille will be exactly what this piece needs to, number one, hide where these come together. And number two, just to give it that pop of color that it needs. You know what I mean? Look how much better that's going to look. It's going to pull the orange out of there. So this is how we're going to do it. And this is where I usually burn my finger. And this is a nice thick chenille, which is kind of what you need because we've got this gap here. We've got this, you know, gap between here that we need to fill. So, oh, geez, I just about got glue on that. And I just do maybe 1 to 2 inch increments, just so that, because the glue dries or cools off so darn quick. And I want to be able to work at a decent pace but not be rushed. Okay. Dang it, I got it on the front. Then I just put my finger in it and that hurts, but you know what? The things we do to make our finishing pretty, the sacrifices that we do. Okay, that looks good. So we're just going to continue around the whole piece. Okay, so our first ornament is finished. And I think it turned out really, really cute. Zoom in on that baby. Yeah, the color's so much better when I zoom in. So that's the front. You can see the sides, how that covers any imperfections there. And then this is also where you could put, you know, a little sticker or sign it and date it, so that as it gets handed down in the family, they know who did it and what year it was stitched and finished. And I'm also planning on using this instead of the orange, just to give it a different look, so that, you know, all your ornaments will coordinate, but they're not going to be matchy-matchy too much. Okay, we got to get our light box back out. See? Okay, I think that looks good. So I'm going to smooth that part down. You can't really see it. There, you can see it better that way. I'm going to go up the center and smooth it out, and then just kind of there you have it. Okay, so this one, we want to put our little jute hanger on there. I almost put that on wrong. So keep in mind, this is 5 1/8 by 5 inches. And I was looking at that and I was thinking, oh, why is that sticking up? I had it the wrong way. So just be sure that you have them the right way before you glue them together. Okay, so we're gonna put our little jute tie in, but also before we finish it, before we glue them together, we're gonna put the Lady Dot Creates trim in there. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be so cute. Okay, so yes, we are going to, oh, you know what I didn't do on that other one? I was gonna put this bow on. I completely forgot. But I don't know that I'm gonna do that because I think it's gonna be too much. I can't believe I just totally, that escaped my mind. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut these short, and then I'll be able to decide if I want. Yeah. It's not horrible. That's just, you're supposed to absolutely love it. It's not supposed to be like, oh, that's not horrible. I think I'll keep it. But it is kind of cute. I just forgot, that's all. I don't know, what do you think? Does it need it? Or maybe it could be over on the side. Oh, I really don't like that. I, to be honest, don't think it needs it. I think it almost makes it too cutesy. And, you know, this is Halloween, so I think it's fine without it. It's just funny, though. I totally forgot about it. Okay, now, I mean, I could use the same hanger. Since I'm not going to put a bow, because, see, I was going to do the jute twine for the hanger and then do a jute bow, but since I'm not doing a bow on the other one, I might as well just use this ribbon, and I might end up using this ribbon through all of them. Who knows? That's the fun thing about finishing things yourself. You can decide as you go what you want to do. So I'm cutting that 6 inches, so when I fold it over, it's going to be a 3-inch little loop there, which should be plenty. Put a little dot of glue there. Chi-chi, it's a little bit hot. Oh, jeepers. Okay. Again, we're gonna eyeball this. Did I do it that way? No, I did it this way. I'm gonna put the bow on the same way. I'm just kind of eyeballing the center of this piece. Okay. Now I'm going to go around, let's see, Dames of the Needle. I'm going to cut that first one off. And if I just glue that around the edge, look how cool that looks. So, I don't want a lot of glue because I don't want it seeping through. And I'm probably going to do this just in short little increments. I'm getting my hot glue gun, or my hot my heat gun out because it's really bugging me. Let's see if I can't get rid of that. Yep. Look like a charm. Yep, there was a glob of glue on there. I love that trick. You know, you can use a blow dryer too, but the heat gun gets way hotter than a blow dryer, and it's more of a focused heat source. Like a blow dryer kind of fans out. So if you do all your own finishing and you're going to be using a hot glue gun a lot, I would say buy one. They're not that doggone expensive. I don't even know, to be honest, how much they are. I've had the one I have for years. I'm talking probably 20 or more years. So it's not like you have to buy one every year or every 2 years. It's going to last you forever. So get one. Alright, I'm going to use my heat gun to get rid of some of that glue. Ah, it just melts it away. It's beautiful. You don't want to hold it there too long because you don't want to like burn your fabric or do damage to your piece. So make sure you keep moving it around. Alright, I really love pom-pom. I'm like, the chenille is adorable too. But I really like the pom-pom. Let's make sure I have this the right way. Is it the right way or is it this way? Nope, it was this way. Okay, now we're just going to go around our piece. Look at the steam coming off that thing. I'm trying to make it a little bit thicker in the center, and the reason is because it's already thick where we folded our fabric over. So I want to make sure that it doesn't sink in the center too much. You know what I mean? Yeah. Get my heat gun back out. I see a couple spots here on the back of my pom-pom that needs fixed. That did it. So let me first of all do a zoom in on this guy, like I did the Skelly. So this guy's Party Pete, and isn't he adorable? And I love the pom-poms on him. I love that edge. Then I'll zoom back out and show you a quick little picture of the two of them together. Aren't they just adorable? All right, y'all, so I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that this gives you good ideas for how you want to finish your fabulous monsters. Thanks for watching. Bye now.